Video 5, Systems Thinking. This contextual diagram, it's the big picture. So we're going to start from the big picture and then we're going to work down on its subcomponents. So we're going to take the big system and we're going to have its subcomponents and all those parts and all those interrelated parts and how they affect each other. And we're like, take a look at their inputs and their outputs. You have your controls and you have your mechanisms or the resources that allow this activity to happen. But if you do not have any outputs over here, you have to ask the question, why is this activity even being done? And that's a decision that you need to make and probably not do it anymore. So let's take a look at some of the subcomponents of this system. Okay. This is a little bit more information about how to develop a product. Okay. It is has its inputs, has its outputs, it has its controls up here. Yep, budget is always controlled, time is always a control, and then of course you have your resources that make that happen. Now, how does that break down even further? Because we need to take a look at this and we're going to have an exercise on how to do that. And what I'm going to propose to you is an assignment, and I actually would like you to do it on paper with the arrows. You can draw them, inputs, outputs, your controls and your mechanisms, and then take a picture of it. And what I plan on doing is Monday evening at 7 o'clock, I plan to have a Google Hangout, and we can go over those so that we can take a look at what your draft looks like, and then we can hopefully give you more guidance on how to get to a final product. Would only like to go down one level, 2 if you are feeling ambitious, but we'll get there. So IDEF0, it's just a process where you go from the contextual diagram all the way down to how it breaks down to some of the components. My experience with this is from a patient-focused. In my residency for my master's program in healthcare administration, I connected with patients and got their permission to follow them through the healthcare system. It starts with the appointment, starts with the phone call, and it ended with them departing from the healthcare facility with a pharmaceutical in hand, a treatment plan, and some of the results of any of their tests. So of course, there's mechanisms and there's controls involved with that. So let's take a look at that next.